Hey, happy Sunday. Wanted to pop on here and talk about an interesting topic. So, if you missed it the other day, I'm a health coach and I told you to go balls to the wall and eat everything you possibly can at your holiday events. All right. So today I'm going to go and be a little bit controversial again. Sorry, I'm posting on two things and all of a sudden my screen over here is completely blank. So we're just going to finish it off over there. And I'm just going to talk to you guys on the fan page. So here's the thing. We don't want to necessarily set goals. I'll go into a little bit towards the end of why they have a purpose, but so many of us walk in, I can think back, I set goals for the grades that I wanted to get. I set goals for the colleges that I wanted to be in and why and what I had to do to be in those colleges, right? I set goals to what I wanted to achieve and where I wanted to get jobs. And sorry, this is distracting. I turned it off, but it's still like continuing to go. So I apologize. And then I set goals for, maybe what I wanted to do within the infrastructure, like what positions I wanted to get or what incomes I wanted to have. Being an entrepreneur, setting goals again on what position you want to have and what income you want to make, that kind of stuff. And, ultimately, if you're following me, you probably know that I've lost the weight. So I obviously had some goals for weight loss. But what I want to tell you is, so initially I set a goal actually based on clothing size, not a weight, because the scale really does lie. I've told you guys all about that, right? But I had a goal on a size clothing that I wanted to be. So everything that I focused on I had to get the A's. I had to get the 90s and above. I had to hit the goal for the weight loss. I had to hit these clothing sizes. And really, it's not the goal that gets us to where we want to go. Because I bet you from the hundreds of people, thousands of people that are going to see this, whether they come on live or they watch later, is many of you have a goal to lose 20 pounds. Many of you have a goal to lose 100 pounds. Many of you guys have a goal to make the same amount at your job or to advance in a similar way. But some of you are going to succeed and some of us aren't going to succeed. So the difference is this, a system in place. So when I decided I wanted to lose the weight, I, decided that I was going to get up early and get in a little bit of workout. And back then I decided it wasn't going to be crazy because it needed to be something I could stick to and not quit on myself for, okay? I decided that I was going to plan out and get an idea of what the heck to make meal-wise because I didn't really cook, and what I did cook wasn't really healthy. So I decided right then and there, all right, I'm going to get a few recipes. We're going to try them out, and I'm going to try these out for size, and I'm going to start implementing and knowing when we're going to have them. This was my system. It doesn't have to be yours, but it worked, right? I went ahead and I made sure that I had snacks at work so that even if they weren't planned, I had a downfall stash instead of grabbing the candy off of Johnny's desk, right? I had a system in place. And ultimately, the goals give us a way to set the plan in place. But most of us keep our eye on the prize as far as the goal the whole time. And it really actually sets us backwards being focused on this number or being, be it something that we want to lose or be it muscle that we want to gain or be it the income or the position at work that we want to make. So, stop and think of a time when you succeeded at your goals. The other thing about goals is it's like crossing the finish line, right? We cross the finish line and then people that will cross the finish line of a marathon half the time then just like all out collapse. They got to go sit in a chair, lay down, completely decompress from what they just did. Being somebody who lost the weight, when I first started, I started in weight pools. So it would be like, I'm going strong for 2 months. I'm going. I'm going to give up everything. Like, get out of my way. I got this goal set. And then as soon as I'd cross the finish line, that night I was eating pizza. I was playing catch up on everything that I had to give up or felt like I had to give up, because I was so laser focused on winning, losing the most weight, all this stuff, that I'd revert back. I see the same thing right now in my current weight loss challenges. I have people who win and turn around and gain almost all their weight back because they were going for the goal of the win, not the goal of the lifestyle, not the goal of putting these in place. It was a short-term sprint to get to a goal, but we can't maintain if we didn't really put the process in place that we fell in love with and it became a habit. So there's a good space for the goal, like I said, because it can give you that short-term push. But if it's only the goal and we don't really wrap a system around it, then we're setting ourselves up for the yo-yo effect. So, if you're watching on replay, do hashtag replay, play along. Let me know what you're thinking so far. If you're watching live, say hi. If you're brand new, put new in the comments. I want to welcome you. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Erin Moore. I'm the founder of Success with More Nutrition, and I went from plus size clothing down to a 2-4. I've maintained, did it with babies, the whole 9, and now I'm coming to you, really trying to break it down and make it simple, so that if this is something that you truly want, that you can rock this plan and not overcomplicate it. I think that's where I know that I failed when I first got started, is there was so much noise, so much this, that, and the other thing of the ways to do it and the ways you shouldn't do it, and they were opposite, and this. It was so mind-blowing. Have you ever felt overwhelmed with the amount of information out there just having to do with health and nutrition? If yes, comment that in the, comment yes, feeling overwhelmed in the comments below, right? Because we get to that point where it's so noisy out there on the do's and the don'ts. And even now, I'm a health coach. Most people are being like, hey, be on your P's and Q's. And I'm throwing it up and I'm saying, go balls to the wall and enjoy your holiday season. I'm putting it out there right now because no one's really necessarily in the midst of goal setting today, but it's in the back of your mind because you're thinking, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to put this in place. In a couple of weeks, I'm going to start thinking about this. So it's okay to say, I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to lose 50 pounds. I want to lose 100 pounds. I want to be in size 18s. I want to be in size 12s. I want to be in size 5s. It's okay to set that so that then you can go, okay, so if I want to be that size or that weight, what do I have to put in place to start doing that? And then use that as a guide to set up the strategy and the plan. But I warn against having it as an ultimate goal. My ultimate goal was if I can get to a size 8. That's the thing too, guys. We wrap around our goal as a measure of totally succeeding or failing. And then if we decide to have the brownie, we go, oh my gosh, I totally threw all my plans out the window. I'm going to fail. I'm not going to lose another pound this week. But if you wrap your goal, right, really around a strategy, and the strategy is to be on your P's and Q's, but I'm also going to live life, and you have the brownie, cool. Just chalk it up as I lived my life, and I still got all these awesome plans in place, and I'm going to go drink a little bit more water, and I'm going to get back right on my plan, and that is part of my plan, is to live my life. Goals rob you of your happiness, and then it's a moment in time, not a lifelong achievement. It's a moment. The moment you step on the scale, look down, wow, I lost 50 pounds. I'm going to eat now. And that's why we yo-yo, right? I want you to have this strategy in place, this system in place. So it's like, sweet, look at me. I said no to the third piece of pizza. I allowed myself to. I said no to the third. High five, self. Instead of, oh my God, I ate pizza and now I'm not gonna lose. You see the difference? Like, set a system, give yourself grace, because you're in it for the journey, the long haul, the who you're gonna be at the end. You're gonna be a healthier, happier version of you. And I gave you examples for weight loss, but it could be any goal. Put the plan in place and stick to the system. And when you stick to the system, that this is my system forever, one, you won't make it too strict on yourself. You'll make it something that you can stick to for life. And then when me had the goal of, oh my gosh, if I could just be size 8s, I know that I'm an adult and I'm not in high school and all this. So if I could just be an 8, I would like be so excited. But then I got there. And for me, I was like, okay, but now that I know that I can do it, I want more. Because that was pretty easy. Because I had a system I was sticking to instead of like totally just making it all about the size. But if it was just like my ultimate goal in life is just to be an 8, and if I could be an 8, I would be so over the moon and yay, I'm an 8, and slide right back. Because the only goal I had was to be the 8s, right? Versus I really want to be healthy, have energy. I want to have a future family, which now they're 6 and 3, right? And all of this, I tied that in, but I did use the goal size to catapult me putting the system in place. So hopefully that makes sense. Goals have a purpose so that you can put the system in place, but then just chuck the goal because you're still going to reach the goal, maybe even go beyond what you ever imagined, or at least maintain, because your focus is on the system, not the goal. The goal will come if you focus on the system. So I'd love to hear back from you if this was something that was helpful for you. I am doing the sharing is caring raffle drawing. So anybody who shares my videos this month will go into a raffle in January for some free coaching or some free products, free swag, not Aaron Moore swag, cool stuff, all right? So you'll get your pick of your prizes so you can get something that you truly, really want to benefit from. But so share away, and if you have any comments, put them below. I'd love for you to comment the goal that's going to catapult the system, or the system now that you're going to put in place to reach the goal. And maybe you're not there, you're in holiday mode, and that's okay, but we can come back to this conversation in a couple of weeks and totally rock it out. But have a beautiful, healthy day, and remember, keep healthy simple. Bye, guys.